Welcome to Fighting Stats, the ultimate channel for UFC fans who love statistics and betting breakdowns. I'm your host, Art C, and today I'll be getting you ready for the upcoming UFC fights. Here at Fighting Stats, we have exclusive UFC stats, not available anywhere else, giving us a huge edge over the sportsbooks that help us make money long term. Here at Fighting Stats, we also track how often they throw that left jab or that right hook from southpaw, how often they're moving back, or how much time is spent in side control versus full mount. We have all of that information, but that's not it. We pair that with our tape study here. We're going to go through the fights. We're going to watch for fighters' strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and overall strategies to help you get prepared for the upcoming UFC fights. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Fighting Stats. Welcome back to Fighting Stats. I'm your host, Art C, and today we are continuing on with Joshua Van, his rise to the UFC. He fights for the title coming up. Here he takes on Mexican Edgar Chairez. We watched him in that last fight get knocked out in round number 3 to Charles Johnson. So curious to see what he looks like here, if he bounces back, and how he deals with his first UFC loss. Interesting here, he comes in as the minus 245 favorite. Again, like everybody else that Josh Van has fought, Edgar Chairez is going to have a big height advantage of 2 inches and a big reach advantage of 6 inches. So let's see how Josh Van works the reach advantage, gets in on the inside here, and deals with crafty Edgar Chairez. Here's Chairez in the black trunks. Here's Josh Van here in the red trunks. Chairez pretty big for the weight division. Outside low kick to start, inside kick again. Kick to the body there from Chairez. You know, the last couple of fights that we watched, Josh Van, somewhat of a slow starter, taking some reads, lets his opponent sort of get off volume, and that looks to be the case early here, 20 seconds into the fight. Edgar Chairez with a couple of outside and inside kicks to start. There's an outside kick there from Van. He doesn't throw a ton of them leading up to this, but let's see if that starts to improve. Kick to the body, outside kick again from Chairez. You can see Josh Van not liking that. Switch to southpaw from Chairez. Kick to the body from Chairez, back to orthodox. Can't let Chairez get this volume off. Outside kick again from Chairez. Left hook around the guard. Another left hand there from Chairez. Couple of stance switches showing him different looks. Josh Van's short inside low kick against the southpaw. Head kick blocked. Orthodox, couple of jabs there from Van. 1-2 from Van, blocked. Big right hand there from Chairez, misses, jab misses. Outside kick again from Chairez. Another outside kick. So those kicks are piling up early. Keep an eye on that lead leg of Josh Van, see how he reacts to it. Right hand there from Van. Another kick from Chairez. Van seemed to be still okay, putting weight on that lead leg. Another kick from Chairez. First time we've seen somebody actually implement a leg kicking game plan here against Van. Sixth youngest. Oh, big right hand from Chairez. Let's back that up here. His chin is crazy here. So he's going to slow this down here. Let's see this. Chairez comes forward. I think it's a right hand. Jab one. That right uppercut. Picks him clean, and Josh Van just eats it, stumbles a little bit, and continues to come forward. Left hook there from Chairez. Another outside low kick missed. Dipping left, dipping right for Chairez. Another outside kick. Oh, he didn't like that. Look at that. So we've talked about those low kicks. We're watching that leg. You can see him kick the leg out. Van did not like that. Stumbles there a little bit. That's only 2.5 minutes into the fight in round number 1. So Van has to make some adjustments. Let's see if he can move to southpaw, or he has to grapple, or he has to just crowd the kicker. So he lands 10 here. Chairez lands a nice knee in the clinch. Another outside kick from Van. Inside kick for Chairez. Outside kick for Chairez. Nice jab there from Chairez. Oh, big overhand misses for Van. Another outside kick from Van. Chairez buckled there with the kick. Another kick for Van. Van starts throwing low kicks. It could be very dangerous for people. Another outside kick from Van. Oh, outside kick again from Charles Johnson. Oh, sorry. Chairez. Van did not like that at all. Still throwing in orthodox though. Nice jab there from Chairez. Picking up that lead leg, makes the jab a little bit slower, a little bit, less power on it. Kick to the body there from Chairez. Orthodox Chairez is going to go outside, low kick again. Wheel kick there from Van. Minute left in round number 1. Kick to the body from Van. Outside kick again from Chairez. Outside kick from Van. Let me see here if he just threw the kick and got stumbled here. No, he got a 1-2. Chairez caught him with the 1-2 as he was throwing this outside low kick. Makes Josh Van sits him down a little bit. Right back on his feet here. So now Chairez on the front foot. Van backing up a little bit. Inside kick. Nice left hand there from Van. Nice jab there from Chairez. Another jab there from Chairez. Outside kick there from Chairez. Kick off the elbow. 1-2 there from Van. 1-2 again. Another kick to the body. Yeah, it was a 1-2. Hit him clean with the 1-2. Drop Van. A wheel kick to the body. Van's still fighting from orthodox though, so I wonder if he can switch to southpaw or if it's just mainly orthodox. So that's three fights in a row. We watched 3 fights in a row where Josh Van gives up the first round. Sort of his staple here. This one he came out with a little bit more volume, but the low kicks from Chairez definitely adding up. So Josh Van going to have to make some adjustments here. Either crowd the kicker, so grappling, see what he does here, because he can't stand at range and continue to eat these kicks here. This one at the sphere. Jumping knee there from Chairez. 1-2. Josh Van usually has historically come forward in round number 2 with pressure. So let's see if he does that here. Outside hard low kick again from Chairez. Return from Van. Switches to southpaw from Chairez. Nice right hand counter from Van. Catches the mark. Outside kick again. Now Van's starting to throw some combos here in the pocket. Another outside kick. Chairez starting to miss on the kicks. Another kick from Van. Nice slip and rip. He slipped to the left and threw a couple of nice hooks to the body from Van. Nice jab from Chairez. Another kick from Van. 1-2 uppercut. Nice dig to the body from Van. Another dig to the body. Right hand over the top from Van. This is what Van does. He starts to come forward. Now he starts to land. Nice right hand over the top. Another left hook to the body. Chairez did not like that one. Let's back that up. The nice liver shot. That one there. Left hook to the body. You can see Edgar Chairez start to crumble a little bit. Bumps forward. Nice right hand follow up. Chairez has no option here but to try to shoot for a takedown. More knees here from Van. Chairez starting to hurt. Another right hand there. Left hand uppercut there from Van. Kick to the body there from Chairez. Couple of body shots, left, right, and right hand over the top again for Van. 1-2 for Van. Left hook to the body, right hand again. Another right hand for Van. Van starting to pour it on here. Couple of knees, right hand, left hand. Oh, so sick for Van. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Chairez holding onto the cage. Tries a spinning attack. He caught him with the spinning attack here. So Chairez here. Let me back this up here. Chairez holding onto the cage. And he spins and he catches him with a spinning back fist. Clean on the eye. Backs Van up. Van catches the leg and gets the takedown. So Van did not engage in the grappling, but Chairez was in the pocket, threw a leg, got the takedown, some breather here for both guys here. All right, so let's see some Van top time. What does he do with this top time? Historically, what we've seen in the tape is that he just postures up, not really looking to pass guard, but doing some damage. He just will try to get his hands free and do some ground and pound here. Van probably trying to recover here again. Here's the replay in the corner. You can see him spin, whips behind the ear, catches Van there with a spinning back fist. Out of nowhere. Yeah, but Van's trying to recover here. They're saying let him back up. You know, he got rocked here. He's just trying to take some time to recover, get his wits back, and says, okay, I'm good now. Get up now. 2 minutes left in round number 2. Josh Van again going to the body with that shovel left hook. Nice jab from Van. Watch that right hand again over the top right there. 1-1 through. Ooh, nice left hand there from Chairez. Dig to the body again for Van. 1-2 from Van. Right hand there from Van. Wheel kick attempt. Nice left hook from Van. Couple of jabs. 1-2 there from Chairez. Another 1-2. Van eats it clean. Oh, another right hand. This fight's sick. 1-2. Look how far back it snaps his head. He eats that clean. Another shovel right uppercut there from Chairez. Van's rocked here, so now he goes for the takedown. Caps a double leg. Chairez going to jump guillotine. Chairez always jumps guillotine. That's his best submission. He's going for a guillotine here. Van defending the other hand to get in. Van's heads out. So a minute left for Van here on top. Big breaths here from Chairez on bottom. Let me just fast forward some of this. This is just a couple of hand fighting. Josh Van again trying to recover here on top. Pushes on the head there. All right, back up. Very cool round. Very close. Josh landed some big damage early. Chairez landed with some damage. Spinning back fist. Why do they not show any replays? At the sphere. Outside kicks. Chairez back to the kicks. Van's still fighting orthodox, so seems to be doing well with the kicks at least, or at least able to fight through it. A little bit light on that lead leg for Van. He's putting it down gently. 1-2 there from Van. Outside kick there from Van. Deep to the body there from Van. One, two from Van. Nice. Kick to the body misses. 1-1-2 there from Chairez lands. Van does better on the front foot. 1-2 from Chairez again. Another one. Another left hook to the body. I like that body shot. Outside kick there from Van. I like the outside kick from Van as well. Another right hand lands. Front kick just misses. Nice jab there from Van. Chairez looking for right hand, misses. Van makes him pay there on the counter. Nice jab from Chairez. Oh, a nice right hand. That trip, just like it was a little trip. Chairez tripped on the lead leg here. Oh, actually, Chairez goes for like a judo throw here. Tries to step in with his takedown. He's the one that actually gets tripped. Josh Van seems to have like a solid base, and now Josh Van on top. 3 minutes left. That was a mistake for Chairez as he's winning the first 2 minutes of the round. Josh Van's corner probably telling him to hold this position here. Do not let him back up. Just work some ground and pound. Chairez looks like he's going to get back up. No real control here from Van. Van back on the body. What a leg lock. A heel hook again. That's twice. That is twice we've seen heel hook from Josh Van. Wow. Very interesting. I got to make this note here. Another heel hook attempt for Josh Van. When he in the round 3 of a 1-1 fight, he's going for he's dropping down for them. The fight IQ I don't necessarily agree with. He had the top position. All he had to do was keep it. Now look, he's going to give up the back. What a mistake for Josh Van. Josh Van breaks the grip. He spins back into him. Now he's looking for a takedown. Gets his hands clasped. Gets his takedown. Puts him down again. Back in top control. Again, Josh Van not passing guard or anything. Really just looking for some ground and pound here. Goes 3-on-3 of takedowns. I think this is the last time Josh Van got a takedown in the UFC till current day. Chairez looking for a triangle. Van has his other arm in there, so he's okay. But Josh Van has that right elbow inside. Yeah, he's back in. Couple of big shots here from Van. Just gonna fast forward just there at the end. Couple of big strikes from Van. Steps forward, knee into side control. 30 seconds left. Not side control, half guard. Big right hand. Holds him here for the last minute. Couple of ground and pound. I think this takedown there at the end there, Chairez going for that weird takedown. The fight IQ there, he could have won that round, won that fight, but he chooses to go for this takedown, ends up on bottom. Josh Van actually tries to give the fight right back and says, no, you win the fight, when he drops down for a heel hook and then doesn't get, but at least he can get back up, get the takedown, and end the round on top. So Josh Van a little bit tired here after round number 3. He's never gone 5 rounds, so it's curious to see what he looks like here at the end of round number 3. He did slow a little bit. Wondering what his juice looks like into rounds 4 and 5, though. Let's hear the scorecards. All 3. 29-28. Josh Van, 29-28 unanimous decision. 3 fights in a row. Josh Van loses the first round, comes back and wins rounds 2 and 3. Josh Van almost being like a live betting king. Just the way that he comes forward. You can get some crazy money, I think, on the live line by playing some Josh Van late. So, couple of things in this fight. Chairez comes out outside low kick, heavy game, orthodox versus orthodox. Landed a bunch of low kicks very early. Joshua Van did not like the low kicks. Josh Van actually throwing his own low kicks at that point, and returning some damage on the legs. But worth noting that Josh Van did not switch to southpaw during this, continued to fight through orthodox, did not look to grapple, which I thought he would have done, and did not. Just came forward into the second round and started landing some volume. and damage into the second round there. So, leg kicks for Josh Van, kind of a question mark in terms of his ability to eat them, but seems to eat them well, seems to stay unorthodox, seems to be okay. And then the grappling exchanges, it was Chairez getting rocked and then giving Van the takedown. Van went 3 of 3 in takedowns. The second time Van got a takedown, Van was rocked. He got rocked by that spinning back fist, stumbled back, and then he went for the takedown. And then the third time, Chairez spins. Van ends up getting on top. Van drops down for a heel hook again, gets back up, and then as Chairez gets back up, he gets a double leg, gets him back down at the end of the round. So Josh Van had to again kind of rely on the grappling here at the end of round number 3 to secure the win. Round 3 would have been close without that takedown, I think. Chairez was winning the first half of round number 3 without the takedown. So interesting to note there. But Van's back into the win column here. We're going to continue to watch his run in the UFC. Again, he's fighting for the title coming up, so we're going to watch his full career here. My name is Art C, and this is Fighting Stats. Thanks for watching. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. You get notified anytime we put out new content. Remember, for 2025, Fighting Stats is on an absolute record-breaking heater. We were up over 350 units. That's $150,000 just from betting on UFC. Now, if you take a look at this profit chart here, it wasn't 1 or 2 big parlays that got us there. It was consistent wins week over week, month over month. We put in our time. We put in the tape study. We looked at all the fighting stats and we got there. The record speaks for itself. Now our exclusive Patreon members get access to our live betting watch party where we watch and live bet on UFC together. That's an additional 100 units that we made live betting on UFC today. I tell you what to bet and I tell you when to bet it, so you can join us today. Again, all of that's available at patreon.com/fightingstats. Good luck.